day of the Osceola turkey season in Florida. We are north of Highway 70, so it opens a week later than the guys below 70. Weather's going to be a little cooler, which will be nice. It'll be in the low 50s tomorrow. I want to do this episode. This is a change from duck hunting, obviously. Can't duck hunt now, it's March, so no better way to spend our time than a turkey hunt. We are going to go out and check out Webfoot Farms. I still have a good amount of teal out there still that are wintering down there permanently before they fly back up north. So hopefully get some cool footage of that. Maybe do a little bass fishing in the afternoon. We can't hunt in the afternoon past 4 on our lease, which is probably a good idea anyway. If we could do it, I don't like hunting roosting birds, but I want to kind of highlight, some of the things I do. I don't claim to be a master turkey hunter or anything like that, but hunting Osceolas is a little bit different than some other birds, especially where we hunt. We're in the Kissimmee River Prairie area, and it's a lot more open with kind of sparse roosting areas. We tend to hunt a little more of where they're going to be later in the morning than necessarily hunting the roost and where they're going to fly down. That's been really successful for us out here. It's kind of a little different tactic, and I'll try to highlight some of the things we do. I'll put up some Onyx stuff and some aerial stuff and show you how we do that. But generally speaking, we don't shoot our birds until 8:30 where we are. So occasionally we'll get lucky. There might be some birds roosting close, and they might kind of come into us early, but usually this early in the season, they're really with hens super early, and they know where those hens are, and they're meeting up with them in the middle of an open field. And I've tried to intercept them before and do all that in the past, and if you miss it by 50 yards, you're done for the rest of the day, versus kind of being where they want to be once they're done with the hens has kind of been my greater tactic, or more successful tactic, I would say, because then they're lone, they're not with the hens, they're searching a little more. You have kind of a longer time to kind of figure them out. So spot we're hunting tomorrow, we've hunted it every year, at least some part of the year, because we know they like to go there later in the morning. It's some palm trees next to an open field. It's got a little shade too, so when it gets a little later in the morning, the sun comes up, they like to be in those shady areas, but they can still see the open field around them. So we'll see. We'll head out in the morning, and we're hunting in a blind, so hopefully we get some cool footage, and we'll go from there. See you guys in the morning. All right, we're out here. It's about 6 o'clock. It's about 52 degrees. We're gonna walk to the blind and see what happens. We're about an hour early before we should start hearing something, so we're gonna get settled in and hopefully hear some gobbling. They're blowing up. I think those are jigs right there, aren't they? I think they are. Yeah, jigs. Yeah, they're jigs. I think we have at least 4. What? At least 4 or 5 over here right now. Good. I heard that one too. There's 2 of them. Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's the only problem with being so dry back in the swamp is they can definitely go walk around back in there. I just heard him go.
There's a frost.
Yeah.
On your left. Break out of there in a minute.
Beard is in for sure.
Jake.
Yeah, maybe some might have gone back in the swamp. I think it's that time where they, either breed hens or whatever they do, and then 8:30 they kind of start moving back around again and looking.
Maybe she's already been bred.
Next year is looking good with these guys here.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he's right in the tree.
Yeah, I think he's got,
Maybe he'll come around. I don't know.
All right, kind of doing a little poking around now. They didn't want to leave this swamp area. Kind of right here. So I'm thinking they went back in the swamp. Tomorrow, I'd probably sit up right here. Start a shot. 2 shots. Because I did not want to kind of come past here, but they were out in this field. So I'm going to see if I can call one up in the swamp. Worst case scenario, I kind of get an idea what they're doing for tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. Keep hearing these crows. I'm hoping for a shot gobble, but I'm not hearing it. We were kind of set up back out there. I'm walking kind of back behind. Here the east. Kind of going back through the swamp, so we'll see. I hear you. Shush up. When I'm kind of doing this, I like to glass ahead, a few hundred yards. Use the shade to kind of block me. I don't usually call when I'm in thick stuff, unless I'm already hearing him gobble. Because I feel like all that's going to do is make them walk towards you, and you don't know where they're coming from. You're going to run right into them, which I've done before. So if I get an area, shut up. If I get an area where I can see a little more, I can kind of hang out for a minute, I'll call. But if I'm kind of peeling through thicker stuff like this, I'm just kind of walking slow, listening, glassing. And you're going to bump stuff, it happens, but it's a better shot. I'm seeing a bunch of jakes up here. There are some hens, but I ain't any gobbles yet. I'm not exactly sure I'm going to bridge that gap either. Without them seeing me. We'll see. It's so dry right now. I'm walking through normally a ditch. You can tell there's turkey tracks in here. I mean, it would normally be like 2 feet deep right here. So these turkeys can kind of go anywhere they want. But it kind of provides a nice cover for me. Can't really see above this. See if they're out of this open field up here to the north. So, I think this is probably conclude the morning. It's about 10 o'clock. I've got a pretty good view around this head. I didn't see much. I think those jakes we saw earlier were back here with some hens, but either way, if they were gobblers, they were with hens, and they weren't coming to me. So, I think tomorrow, well, we're going to do bass fishing this afternoon, and then tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to maybe do some gobbler decoys a little closer to the roost, since the hens are very in tune to the gobblers right now. It's early, first opening day, so they're not kind of doing their own thing yet, and I can't compete with live hens that easily. So we didn't do gobbler decoys this morning. I'm gonna go closer, do gobbler decoys, maybe kind of fire them up a little bit with a little competition, and we'll see, maybe some bass this afternoon. We'll see if some ducks are still there hanging out. And we'll go from there. Stay tuned. I mean, no kidding, seconds after I glassed this field, I stepped down. There's like 10 jigs, and you probably couldn't see him, but there was a big gobbler, probably 150 yards behind him. I don't know how they didn't spook on me. I just stood really still. I called, and the gobbler kind of looked this way for a little bit, but he kept kind of doing his thing. They keep wanting to come back. I think this is the road they want to take for whatever reason to get back. Let him do it. Well, that was crazy. Thought it was over. I glassed that whole field. All of a sudden, the jake showed up, and then 3 gobblers right behind him. There's an elevated road here. To my left, I think they were following that road and decided to cut back in. They're just sitting there strutting under an oak tree right now, in the middle of the field. I just don't think I can get to them. I'm not going to call them off live hens while they're sitting in the shade under an oak tree. So I think the game plan for tomorrow is do what I said with the hunt the closer to the roost. I presume these are the same turkeys. I think they walked through the swamp because it's so dry. They came out the other side, so if I don't get them on them early, we kind of come up the opposite way I came today, and we set up under that oak tree, and we hunt the late morning. I think it's a solid plan, but they are turkeys, and they like to mess with you, so we'll see. All right, I think that's it. Let's see if I see anything else. All right, we're out here bass fishing. This reservoir is connected to the duck property. It's used to irrigate the groves, and we also use it to flood. Disclaimer, if you've come to learn anything about bass fishing, you've come to the wrong place, because I know very little, so we'll see if we catch one though. So now it's Sunday. We're gonna give it another go. Go back to the same spot we went yesterday. We're gonna try a little different tactic, like I was saying, and set up a little closer to the roost. And then we kind of have that spot, hey buddy, as a backup where they were kind of going later morning. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we see him and hear him gobbling early. So let's get out there.
The answer is do what they're supposed to, but not the gobblers. But they were strutting here yesterday, so hopefully they come back and strut here again. He wasn't that far over there. It sounds like it's just on the left of that. Yeah, but they might work back this way. They often do over here. Probably gonna come up right from behind us. Yeah, I'm deeply annoyed. See any gobblers with him or no?
I don't currently.
There's definitely jakes in there. I can't tell if there's gobblers or not. Ready. You got a shot or now? Shoot him, shoot him.
Get underneath.
Don't take it unless you're confident.
I don't have a shot on him.
Huh?
I don't have a shot on him.
All right.
I think he's too far.
Yeah, I think he's too. Don't take it. Sorry, I had to take it.
No, you're fine. I've never had a shot on him.
I wish we did. I wish we did. I mean, I guess we're glad we got one. We could have doubled. But I didn't. Anyway. Not one gobble. Not one. Yeah. Weird, so. I was like, I hope this is a gobbler, but damn. So my thought is now, maybe same plan. Maybe we just get until 8. I can see that field. We walk around, sit on that oak tree for another hour or two. What do you think? Stop messing my turkey, you little bastards. Look at them, they're stepping on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. This is our later morning setup. They wanted to kind of hang around this oak tree yesterday for a little bit. And I was over there in that corner when I filmed them. And then I've got this setup here, kind of pushing them through this cut here. They were set up back in there. So we'll see if we do the same thing they did yesterday, around 10 or so. just heard a gobble. I think behind us. I think it's behind us, yeah. Well, I didn't record this, fortunately, but we got one down. Oh, it's a bummer. He was strutting the whole way in. The shot came out of the side, so we wouldn't have got the shot anyway, but one more bird. Sick. Very cool. Well, I wish I would have recorded it, but oh well. It's got really nice spurs.
Yeah.
Came back just like they were supposed to. All right, so that concludes our hunt today. Ended up with 2 birds. Just to kind of summarize what we did, we were kind of hunting that area a little farther from the roost yesterday, hoping they kind of work on that open field. They didn't quite come out far enough. They worked back in the swamp, so we moved a little closer. Even though they didn't gobble at all, we still had them come in, so that kind of just the lesson there is trust your scouting, I guess, because we were kind of not paying attention there, figuring the birds weren't there, and turned for 30 seconds, and all of a sudden we ended up having to come in on us. We only shot 1, we could have shot 2, but went to the back to the area I saw yesterday where they were working out of the swamp, so they're kind of working the swamps mid to late morning, and then 10 o'clock is about we shot this one. They worked out of the swamp and the more the open fields, kind of the shade of oak trees kind of area, and we ended up closing the deal. We could have shot 2 again. One just didn't come in close enough, and I'm like an idiot, didn't turn on the camera. I had it in focus the whole time, just didn't press record. So the shot I would have missed anyway because it went behind a tree, but the strutting would have been cool to have. But nevertheless, we got 2 birds, very successful. They followed the plan. We're gonna get these birds cleaned up and hopefully get out again in a few weeks.